Jones been going?
Jon Jones is a freak of all freaks. Because Jon Jones beat Daniel Cormier when he was on coke. That was one of the funny things he said in the press conference for the rematch. Daniel was talking shit. He goes, I beat you when I was on coke.
That spinning kick that he did to that
Stipe Miocic,
where he said and I think he thanked his Taekwondo coach, and he said he had been working on this one specific kick from both sides, because of something he saw on the tape, and he got it off and hit this guy so hard, not even on his liver side. He hit him on the other side, and you see it shudder through his entire organ structure.
Yeah, his heel was deep into his body cavity, all the way up to his fucking spine. Yeah,
but he just practiced this one specific. And he was he even said, it is a devastating shot.
Jones commands attention without throwing a single insult, and just one training clip was enough for TT to take notice. His level of readiness sends a clear signal to Tom Aspinall and every contender on the main card, leaving everyone more unsettled than arrogant. By shifting the focus without speaking, Jones left experts divided over its significance, while challengers suddenly approached with extreme caution. Despite rarely training or spending much time in the gym, conversations with his coach reveal that Jones can rely purely on skill and instinct to overpower top opponents. This combination of natural talent and timing raises serious concerns, as history shows that such matchups can lead to disastrous outcomes.
He was getting arrested. He was partying. When he fought Gustafsson, he beat Gustafsson, and he didn't train at all. I talked to his trainer. He's like, he didn't even show up at the gym. He was fucking never there.
Station always comes back to one fighter, Jon Jones. He clearly sets himself apart in a heavyweight division he views as surprisingly thin, not because of hype, but due to the sheer impact he brings when fully committed. According to Rogan, the division would instantly feel more challenging, meaningful, and authentic if Jones chose to keep competing. Without him, only a handful of credible threats remain, and his May presence continues to redefine the entire heavyweight scene even today.
The weight division is so shallow right now. You got Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane, Jon Jones if he chooses to fight again, Francis if by some miracle they can work something out and bring him back to the UFC. Other than that, there's no one compelling for a championship caliber fighter. There's basically 4 or 5 guys on earth that are in this championship caliber class.
The perspective came from an entirely different angle. Matt Damon was reflecting on vulnerability, not particular matchups or techniques. He suggested that a heavyweight could train flawlessly for months, appear to be in peak condition, yet still be defeated by Jon Jones even on an off day. That idea stuck with him. Fast forward to today, and Jones is training with focus, structure, and clear objectives, developing the kind of form that turns dangerous for Tom Aspinall, as a fighter who once won effortlessly is now putting in deliberate effort.
He was a heavyweight, and he goes, I had the chance to spar with Jon Jones, to work with Jon Jones. And he goes, I knew about it months ahead of time. He goes, I got my nutrition, everything was absolutely flawless. I got, my sleep, everything was on. He goes, I show up at the gym that morning. He goes, to me and 5 other guys. He goes, he comes in, I think he went to sleep at 4 in the morning or something. He was out all night, and he goes, he ran through all 6
That's my buddy Brendan Schaub.
Is that who it was?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It was the funniest story. I was and he goes, and then I just knew,
levels.
That's a level. But imagine being...
The idea of hidden layers perfectly aligns with Daniel Cormier's perspective. Music, Cormier speaks not as a commentator or a fan, but as someone who has faced Jon Jones firsthand. His point is unmistakable. The version of himself that Jones once defeated represented his peak at that time. From Cormier's viewpoint, the ceiling shifts entirely, and only exceptional primes, fighters like Khabib or fully dialed-in McGregor, can even be considered in the same conversation. Jones was never just another competitor.
Yes. At his absolute best in UFC history was a better fighter than Jon Jones.
No. Pierre. Nope. Not Anderson. The fact is, not Demetrius. Look, I gotta tell you something. They people like to say you are always hating on Jon Jones, man.
Whenever I did your podcast.
You did.
I was so good when he beat me that second time that if he beat me that time, I don't think nobody could beat him. He was so... Plus, He tall. He got long arms.
84-inch reach.
Yep. He got good knees.
Elbow.
Him and I did that thing together. And we were talking about boxing. And he was like, if we boxed, it would be much harder fight.
Right.
He goes, because I kick Daniel a lot. And I need Daniel a lot.
Right.
And I think that is why, or a thing that people underestimate about him. I don't think
His real point goes beyond rankings. It's about legacy. Unlike Demetrius Johnson, he believes Tom Aspinall's career will always carry a what-if without facing Jon Jones. Even if Aspinall captures the title, Cormier says a shadow will linger over that achievement. The opportunity to face the lineal threat, the chance that was never granted, and the unresolved question it leaves behind is what separates a great fighter from a legend. That's why the White House card is the perfect stage. He compares this gap to an Avengers-level threat, a major showdown that wouldn't just crown a champion, it would answer a question that has hung over the division for years.
He doesn't need Tom Aspinall. I don't think he does.
He does, bro.
He doesn't.
You know why?
Why?
And I'm only telling you this from a guy that lived in that world, right?
Yeah, you live in that division.
I also never beat him.
Yeah.
And I had, no matter what I did going forward, it was always that, well, you never beat Jon Jones. Tom Aspinall is going to get that belt, and there's going to be a gap, right? That lineal championship breaks. That line breaks. When Tom goes from interim to champion. Because Jon never gave him the opportunity to fight him.
But either did Francis never gave Jon Jones the opportunity to fight him.
Francis was going to give Jon an opportunity. Jon wasn't ready to take it at the time.
Exactly.
Right?
So there you have that same type of thing.
Breaking. Francis left. Made a boatload of money. So in retrospect, Francis probably made the right decision because he got paid so much money to box. But Jon not fighting Tom messes with the the line of succession, the balance of the world. It's like the Avengers. The Infinity Stones going back. He needed to fight him. I wish he would have fought him but I think he's not fighting.
When it comes to predicting the outcome, Khabib is decisive. He sees Jon Jones as an athlete who has reached his peak and whose top form is behind him. After reviewing the performances of Santos and Reyes, he believes those fights confirm that the dominance Jones once held is no longer present. At the same time, Khabib identifies Tom Aspinall as the heavyweight to watch, a fighter at his prime, fully optimized, and poised to set a new standard in the division. In his view, the spotlight has shifted, and the era of Jones's unquestioned supremacy has ended. Chimaev offers a different perspective, acknowledging the skills of both men while highlighting Aspinall as a resilient heavyweight capable of holding his own. Jones himself remains confident, noting that while aging affects all athletes, his record remains flawless, a legacy of an undefeated fighter whose prime may never be matched.
He would have.
He could, but bro, like, we can't be forever there. But if a young guy, maybe he could beat him, Jon Jones as well. But when you get older, it's different. But if you use Jon Jones, his young age, with anyone, bro, he gonna beat anyone. You know. So, and every day people getting older. You know. I'm happy the guy's finished. He's a legend and undefeated, and he's a good picture for everyone, anyone. You know, the guy becomes so crazy talent, so crazy hard worker. You know.
Jones doesn't hold back in his assessment of Tom Aspinall, claiming that whenever Aspinall feels pain or suffers an injury, he tends to give up immediately. No fight, no resistance, just instant surrender. Jones points to several examples: an eye poke, a knee injury, and even being caught in an ankle lock, where Aspinall failed to push back or struggle through the pain. From Jones's perspective, these reactions make Aspinall appear vulnerable, almost like an easy target. It's precisely the kind of weakness Jones would exploit if the two were ever to face each other.
It's like he's like immediately incapacitated. Immediately.
You shut down.
It's like he poked my eye and then he's like immediately. There's no like.
He never tried to look. It was rag on the eye immediately.
Dude, I was in the silliest looking cat on national TV just
trying. He didn't try. He didn't try.
Same thing with Curtis Blaze. When he hurt his knee, there was no limping. There was no trying to get up. It was just like immediately.
Yep.
Burn my village. I can't go on. When he got tapped out with an ankle lock, there was no trying to.
Response to Jones's claims, Michael Bisping pushes back, emphasizing that Tom Aspinall is far from a one-dimensional fighter. Aspinall has trained in jiu-jitsu since the age of 16, and his record reflects his versatility: 15 wins, including 12 knockouts and 3 submissions. Every fight ends decisively, and the submissions show he's fully capable on the ground. Bisping isn't picking sides between Aspinall and Jones. He's simply presenting the facts. This heavyweight finishes fights in multiple ways, and dismissing him as an easy opponent doesn't hold up against the evidence.
You know that's not true, okay? But he's not overrated. He hasn't got a simple game. The man's a well-rounded mixed martial artist. He started doing jiu-jitsu when he was 16 years old. And I'm not trying to do another video here defending Tom Aspinall or taking Tom's side over Jon Jones. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just calling out the facts like I see it. When you look at Tom Aspinall's record, 15 wins, 12 knockouts, 3...
A more concrete note. Dana White makes it clear that the White House fight card is shaping up to be historic. The buzz isn't just hype. Every fighter is vying for a spot, and the event itself is becoming must-watch. When asked about the headline bout, Dana points to Tom Aspinall facing Jon Jones, a clash between a heavyweight at his prime and one of MMA's all-time greats, set on the sport's grandest stage. Adding to the excitement is the potential for McGregor and Jones to appear on the same card, creating a matchup scenario that could be truly unprecedented.
Gets hurt. It's like he's like immediately incapacitated. Immediately.
He shut down.
It's like he poked my eye and then he's like immediately. There's no like.
He never tried to look. It was rag on the eye immediately.
Dude, I was looking the silliest looking cat on national TV just
trying. He didn't try. He didn't try.
Same thing with Curtis Blaze. When he hurt his knee, there was no limping. There was no trying to get up. It was just like immediately.
Yep.
Burn my village. I can't go on. When he got tapped out with an ankle lock. There was no
So doesn't mince words, addressing the real issues head-on. Jon Jones's return has always been unpredictable, and it's not just about showing up. It's about responsibility, consistency, and honoring the significance of a championship. When Jones falters, it's more than a scheduling problem. It casts a shadow over the title itself, a challenge the sport has faced repeatedly with one of its most talented yet erratic stars. Demetrius Johnson echoes this perspective, explaining why a fight between Jones and Tom Aspinall finally makes sense and why the White House card is the ideal stage. Jones had insisted on fair compensation, putting Dana White in a delicate position: how to satisfy Jones without devaluing the championship. Johnson emphasizes that if a champion shows little regard for the belt, neither will anyone else. Matching Jones with Aspinall resolves that dilemma. The interim title holder gets his shot, Jones gets his moment, and the White House card becomes the perfect platform to answer the ultimate question: who truly dominates the heavyweight division? The real question remains: will Jones prove he is still unmatched, or will Aspinall establish himself as the new standard at the top?